In the quiet elegance of Japan's imperial court, tiaras have long whispered stories of tradition, diplomacy, and grace. Unlike their European counterparts, Japanese tiaras are reserved for rare ceremonial moments, each piece steeped in symbolism. Prepare to discover the fascinating world of Japanese imperial headpieces that gracefully bridged East and West traditions. In this series, we'll explore the artistry, history, and quiet power behind each tiara, revealing how these glittering heirlooms reflect the evolving role of Japan's royal women. Each tiara is a silent witness to history, and through them, we invite you into the jeweled world of Japan's imperial women. Japan's imperial tiaras represent a fascinating fusion of Western elegance and Eastern tradition, embodying the nation's modernization journey since the Meiji era. The historic Meiji Tiara, perhaps the most important Western-style jewel in the imperial collection, it was made in the 19th century during the reign of Emperor Meiji and remains the primary diadem of Japan's empresses today. Unlike European royal collections spanning centuries, Japan's imperial tiara tradition began relatively recently, coinciding with the country's opening to the West in the 1862. Reserved for the exclusive use of the empress, the Meiji Tiara has been worn by successive empresses, including Empress Shōken, Empress Sadako, Empress Kōjun, and Empress Michiko, creating an unbroken chain of ceremonial significance. These magnificent pieces tell stories of Japan's transformation from feudal isolation to modern monarchy. Each tiara carefully crafted to honor both imperial dignity and artistic excellence. We'll explore the individual histories of these remarkable diadems. From the Pearl Sunburst Tiara, with its coordinating power, to the various scroll designs that have graced imperial ceremonies for over a century, revealing how these jewels reflect Japan's unique position, bridging East and West. 1. The Honeysuckle Tiara, a gem of the imperial romance. One of the most beautiful jewels from the Japanese imperial treasury is an exquisite diamond tiara adorned with honeysuckle motifs. This tiara belonged to a charming Japanese princess and has a rich history that reflects the cultural elegance of the imperial family during the early Showa period. In 1926, Prince Chichibu, officially titled Prince Yasuhito and second son of Emperor Taisho, met 17-year-old Setsuko Matsudaira, the daughter of Viscount Nobuaki Matsudaira, who served as Japanese ambassador to the United States. Empress Timei, Yasuhito's mother, decided that Setsuko would be the perfect match for her son. The official proposal was made in the summer of 1927. Since Setsuko did not belong to the imperial or royal nobility, she was adopted by her uncle, Viscount Morio Matsudaira, to equalize the social status of the future spouses and meet the requirements for imperial marriage. The wedding took place in Tokyo on the 28th of September, 1928, when the princess was already 19 years old, during a period when Japan was embracing both traditional values and Western modernization. At the wedding ceremony, the couple wore traditional Japanese attire and later changed into European costumes for the banquet at Akasaka Palace. To her ivory silk wedding dress designed by Japanese couturier Koho Tanaka Setsuko, who became Princess Chichibu, wore a magnificent diamond suite, a honeysuckle tiara, a matching necklace, and a large bow-shaped brooch. The honeysuckle tiara, crafted in the 1922nd, features delicate diamond honeysuckle flowers cascading across a diamond-studded base. The Art Deco design perfectly captured the sophisticated aesthetic of the era while complementing Princess Chichibu's graceful beauty. The tiara's flowing design, with its naturalistic honeysuckle motifs, symbolized enduring love and fidelity in the Victorian language of flowers, appropriately romantic for a royal wedding. Princess Setsuko Chichibu was known for her exceptional beauty and refined taste. Born into the distinguished Masudaira family, one of Japan's most ancient samurai lineages, she brought both aristocratic heritage and modern sensibility to the Imperial family. Her marriage to Prince Chichibu represented the ideal union of traditional Japanese nobility with contemporary elegance. The honeysuckle tiara became Princess Chichibu's signature piece, worn at numerous imperial functions and state occasions throughout her life. The complete suite, including the matching necklace and bow brooch, remained in the Imperial collection and was later passed down through the family. The tiara's honeysuckle motif was particularly fitting for Princess Chichibu, as honeysuckle flowers represent devotion and the bonds of love qualities that defined her role as a beloved member of the Imperial family. Following Princess Chichibu's passing in 1995, the tiara remained part of the imperial regalia, occasionally worn by subsequent generations of imperial women at formal occasions. The piece represents not only exceptional craftsmanship from Golden Age, but also serves as a tangible link to one of Japan's most romantically celebrated imperial unions. Today, the honeysuckle tiara stands as a testament to the artistic collaboration between European jewelry houses and Japanese imperial taste, embodying the cultural synthesis that characterized the early 20th century Japanese monarchy. Its delicate beauty continues to inspire jewelry enthusiasts and historians alike, representing an era when imperial elegance reached its zenith. 2. Meiji Empress's Diamond Tiara, late 19th century. Japan's imperial tiaras represent a fascinating fusion of Western elegance and Eastern tradition, embodying the nation's dramatic modernization journey since the Meiji era. The historic Meiji Tiara, perhaps the most important Western-style jewel in the Imperial collection, was created in the late 19th century during the reign of Emperor Meiji, 1867 to 1912, and remains the primary diadem of Japan's empresses today. Unlike European royal collections spanning centuries, Japan's imperial tiara tradition began relatively recently, coinciding with the country's opening to the West in the 1862. This magnificent piece features intricate floral and scroll motifs crafted from brilliant cut diamonds set in platinum in the prevailing Victorian style of the period. The tiara's central motif displays stylized chrysanthemums, the imperial family crest subtly integrated with Western scrollwork, perfectly symbolizing Japan's cultural synthesis during this transformative era. The tiara was likely acquired through diplomatic channels or commissioned from a prominent European jeweler, reflecting the Meiji government's deliberate efforts to present Japan as a modern nation on equal footing with Western powers. The choice to adopt Western ceremonial regalia while incorporating distinctly Japanese elements demonstrated the empire's sophisticated approach to international diplomacy and cultural identity. Reserved for the exclusive use of the Empress, the Meiji Tiara has been worn by successive Empresses, creating an unbroken chain of ceremonial significance spanning over a century. Empress Shōken Lady Haruko Ichijo, wife of Emperor Meiji, first wore this magnificent piece at official functions, establishing the tradition of Japanese imperial women donning Western-style regalia for state occasions. Her successor, Empress Sadako, Empress Timei, was actually named Sadako before becoming Empress. Wife of Emperor Taisho, continued this practice, wearing the tiara at imperial ceremonies and diplomatic receptions throughout the Taisho period. During the Showa era, Empress Kōjun Princess Nagako, wife of Emperor Hirohito, wore the tiara at numerous significant events, including the formal enthronement ceremonies and state banquets. Most recently, Empress Michiko, wife of Emperor Akishino, wore this historic piece during her reign, maintaining the continuity of this important imperial tradition. The tiara's design reflects the craftsmanship and aesthetic sensibilities of late 19th century European jewelry, while its adoption by Japanese royalty demonstrates the empire's strategic embrace of Western ceremonial practices. The piece measures approximately 20 centimeters in width and 8 centimeters in height, with an estimated total diamond weight of 200 carats. The platinum construction, revolutionary for its time, allowed for the delicate open-work design that characterizes the piece's ethereal beauty. Throughout Japan's imperial history, this tiara has graced countless significant moments. Diplomatic receptions, imperial weddings, New Year's audiences, and national celebrations. Each wearing has added to its luster, not merely through the reflection of light from its diamonds, but through the dignity and grace of the women who have worn it in service to the nation. The Meiji Tiara represents more than mere ornamentation. It embodies Japan's remarkable transformation from isolated feudal society to modern imperial power. As the cornerstone of Japan's imperial jewelry collection, it continues to serve as a bridge between tradition and modernity, East and West, past and present. Today, it remains carefully preserved as part of the imperial regalia, awaiting future generations of Japanese empresses who will continue its legacy of elegant diplomacy and cultural synthesis. The tiara's enduring presence in imperial ceremonies reminds us that true elegance transcends time, and that the most meaningful treasures are those that carry forward the values and aspirations of those who came before.
3. Empress Michiko of Japan's Diamond Scroll Tiara, a testament to Japanese pearl heritage. Among the most exquisite pieces in Japan's imperial jewelry collection stands the pearl and diamond tiara worn by Empress Kōjun, born Princess Nagako of the Kuninomyoke branch of the imperial family. This magnificent piece, first documented in the early Showa era during the 1930s and 1940s, represents Japan's deep cultural reverence for pearls combined with European jewelry craftsmanship. The tiara features delicate diamond scrollwork with gracefully suspended pearls, embodying the sophisticated aesthetic that characterized Japanese imperial jewelry during the mid-20th century. The design showcases brilliant cut diamonds forming intricate Baroque-inspired scrolls, from which lustrous pearls hang like dewdrops, creating a harmonious blend of Western structure and Eastern organic beauty. This combination reflects Japan's particular appreciation for pearls, which have been treasured in Japanese culture since ancient times as gifts from the sea goddesses. Empress Kōjun, consort of Emperor Hirohito, Showa Emperor, wore this tiara during numerous significant imperial occasions throughout her reign from 1926 to 1989. Born on March 6, 1903, as Princess Nagako, she was the eldest daughter of Prince Kuni Kuniyashi and Princess Kuni Nagako. Her marriage to Crown Prince Hirohito in 1924 marked the beginning of a 62-year partnership that would guide Japan through its most tumultuous and transformative decades. The tiara's first documented appearances coincide with Empress Kōjun's emergence as a prominent figure in Japanese imperial life during the 1930s. Photographs from this period show her wearing the piece at formal palace receptions, diplomatic ceremonies, and state banquets. The tiara's pearl elements particularly suited Japanese aesthetic sensibilities, as pearls have long been associated with purity, wisdom, and feminine grace in Japanese culture. During World War II, like many imperial treasures, this tiara's public appearances became rare as the imperial family focused on supporting the nation through wartime challenges. However, historical records indicate that Empress Kōjun wore the tiara at significant private ceremonies and limited official functions, maintaining the dignity and continuity of imperial traditions even during the most difficult periods. The post-war era saw Empress Kōjun wearing this tiara at numerous important occasions, including the formal enthronement ceremonies of her son, Emperor Akihito, and various diplomatic receptions that helped rebuild Japan's international relationships. The tiara's elegant restraint and sophisticated design made it particularly appropriate for the more modest ceremonial style that characterized the post-war imperial household. Crafted during the 1930s, the tiara exemplifies the high-quality craftsmanship that adorned Japanese royalty during this period. The piece's construction features platinum settings, revolutionary for its time, allowing for the delicate openwork design that gives the tiara its ethereal quality. The pearls, likely sourced from Japan's renowned Akoya pearl farms, demonstrate the nation's pride in its pearl cultivation industry, which had revolutionized the global pearl market since Mikomoto Kokichi's successful cultivation techniques in the early 20th century. The tiara's dimensions measure approximately 18 centimeters in width and 7 centimeters in height, with an estimated total diamond weight of 150 carats. The suspended pearls, ranging from 8 to 12 millimeters in diameter, display the exceptional luster and near-perfect roundness that made Japanese Akoya pearls world-renowned. Following Empress Kōjun's passing in 2000, the tiara remained within the imperial collection, occasionally worn by subsequent imperial women at formal occasions. The piece represents not only exceptional craftsmanship but also serves as a tangible link to one of Japan's most significant historical periods and to Empress Kōjun herself, whose grace and dignity helped guide the imperial family through Japan's transformation from empire to constitutional monarchy. Today, this pearl and diamond tiara stands as a masterpiece of cultural synthesis, embodying Japan's respect for traditional pearl appreciation while embracing Western jewelry artistry. Its enduring beauty continues to inspire jewelry enthusiasts and historians alike, representing an era when imperial elegance reached its zenith while adapting to modern sensibilities. The tiara remains carefully preserved as part of Japan's imperial regalia, awaiting future generations who will continue its legacy of refined beauty and cultural significance. 4. Empress Michiko's Chrysanthemum Tiara, a crown of modern grace. The most iconic tiara in modern Japanese imperial history is the magnificent Chrysanthemum Tiara, first worn by then Crown Princess Michiko at her historic wedding to Crown Prince Akihito on April 10, 1959. This exquisite diamond chrysanthemum tiara, symbolizing the imperial throne through Japan's sacred chrysanthemum seal, was specially created for her marriage and remained her signature piece throughout her three-decade reign as Empress of Japan from 1989 to 2019. The tiara's design features intricately crafted diamond chrysanthemum blossoms arranged in a delicate bandeau style, with each flower meticulously detailed to reflect the 16-petal chrysanthemum that has served as Japan's imperial seal for over 1,200 years. Reflecting the high standards of craftsmanship expected for such a significant imperial commission. The tiara's construction utilizes platinum settings and brilliant cut diamonds, creating a luminous effect that perfectly complemented Crown Princess Michiko's natural elegance. April 10, 1959 marked a watershed moment in Japanese imperial history, as it witnessed the first marriage between a reigning imperial heir and a commoner. Born Shoda Michiko on October 20, 1934, in Tokyo, she was the eldest daughter of Hidesaburo Shoda, president of the Nishin Flour Milling Company, and his wife Fumiko. Her union with Crown Prince Akihito represented a deliberate move by the imperial household to modernize and democratize the institution while maintaining its essential dignity and traditions. The Chrysanthemum Tiara made its debut appearance as Crown Princess Michiko walked down the aisle of Tokyo's Anglican Christ Church, wearing a stunning white silk gown designed by Minoru Yamasaki. The tiara's chrysanthemum motifs held profound symbolic meaning. While honoring Japan's ancient imperial lineage, they also represented the flowering of new possibilities for the monarchy in post-war Japan. The 16-petal chrysanthemum, officially adopted as the imperial seal during the Meiji period, carries centuries of historical significance while remaining distinctly Japanese in its cultural resonance. Throughout her reign as empress, Michiko wore this tiara at numerous significant occasions, including imperial enthronement ceremonies, New Year's audiences, diplomatic receptions, and state banquets. The piece became so closely associated with her that it earned the informal title Empress Michiko's Chrysanthemum Tiara, in both Japanese and international media coverage. Her graceful bearing and the tiara's elegant design created an indelible image of modern Japanese imperial femininity. The tiara's craftsmanship reflects the pinnacle of mid-20th century jewelry artistry, with an estimated total diamond weight of approximately 180 carats arranged in 15 individual chrysanthemum blossoms of varying sizes. The largest central flower, measuring nearly 4 centimeters in diameter, serves as the tiara's focal point, surrounded by smaller blossoms that decrease in size toward the edges, creating a harmonious graduated effect. During the 1960s and 1970s, Empress Michiko wore the tiara at numerous international events, helping to establish Japan's post-war diplomatic relationships while showcasing the nation's appreciation for both traditional symbolism and contemporary elegance. The piece accompanied her on official visits to Europe, North America, and Southeast Asia, serving as a portable symbol of Japanese cultural identity and imperial continuity. Following Emperor Akihito's abdication in 2019, Empress Michiko became Empress Emerita, and the chrysanthemum tiara was carefully preserved as part of the imperial regalia collection. The piece represents not only exceptional craftsmanship but also serves as a historical document of Japan's post-war transformation and the imperial family's adaptation to modern democratic society. Today, the chrysanthemum tiara stands as a masterpiece of cultural synthesis, embodying Japan's respect for ancient traditions while embracing modern sensibilities. Its enduring beauty continues to inspire jewelry enthusiasts and historians alike, representing an era when imperial elegance reached new heights of accessibility and relevance. The tiara remains carefully preserved as part of Japan's imperial regalia, awaiting future generations who will continue its legacy of refined beauty and cultural significance. The tiara's creation for Crown Princess Michiko's wedding marked the beginning of a new chapter in Japanese imperial history, one characterized by greater openness, modern values, and continued respect for tradition. As Japan's first commoner empress, Michiko brought fresh perspectives to the ancient institution while maintaining the dignity and grace expected of her position, qualities perfectly reflected in the timeless beauty of her Chrysanthemum tiara. 5. Empress Michiko's Pearl Sunburst Tiara, a radiant symbol of imperial grace. Among the most luminous treasures in Japan's imperial jewelry collection shines Empress Michiko's Pearl Sunburst Tiara, a magnificent piece that perfectly captures the radiant elegance and cultural sophistication that defined her historic reign as Japan's first commoner empress. This exquisite tiara, featuring a brilliant sunburst design with gracefully suspended pearls, represents one of the most distinctive and frequently worn pieces from the modern imperial collection. The tiara's design centers on a radiant diamond sunburst motif, from which lustrous pearl drops cascade in perfect symmetry, creating a design that suggests both the rising sun of Japan's national identity and the gentle femininity associated with imperial grace. The piece combines brilliant cut diamonds arranged in intricate radial patterns with perfectly matched pearls that demonstrate the exceptional quality for which Japanese pearl cultivation became world-renowned. The sunburst elements, crafted with graduated diamond sizes, create a central focal point that radiates light, while the pearl drops add movement and organic beauty to the overall composition. The Pearl Sunburst Tiara made its first documented appearances during the 1960s and 1970s, coinciding with Empress Michiko's increasing prominence in Japanese imperial life and her growing role in international diplomacy. Photographs from this period show her wearing the piece at state banquets, cultural events, and diplomatic receptions, where its radiant design proved particularly effective under the bright lights of formal evening occasions. Throughout her tenure as Crown Princess and later as Empress from 1989 to 2019, Michiko wore this tiara at numerous significant events, including imperial enthronement ceremonies, New Year's audiences, state visits, and cultural performances that showcased Japan's rich heritage to international visitors. The piece's sunburst design proved particularly suitable for the formal gowns favored at such occasions, while the pearl elements honored Japan's long-standing appreciation for these ocean treasures. The tiara's design reflects the sophisticated craftsmanship of mid-20th century jewelry artistry, with geometric diamond patterns creating the sunburst effect while maintaining the organic flow suggested by the gracefully suspended pearls. The piece measures approximately 21 centimeters in width and 9 centimeters in height, with an estimated total diamond weight of 180 carats. The platinum construction ensures durability while allowing for the delicate openwork design that gives the tiara its luminous quality. During Japan's period of rapid economic growth and international engagement from the 1960s through 1980s, Empress Michiko's appearances wearing this tiara helped establish her reputation as a graceful and intelligent representative of modern Japan. The tiara's sunburst motif carried particular resonance for Japanese audiences, subtly referencing the rising sun flag and Japan's identity as the land of the rising sun while maintaining the universal appeal of light and radiance. This cultural symbolism, combined with the tiara's exceptional beauty, made it one of Empress Michiko's most requested pieces for significant ceremonial occasions. Following Emperor Akihito's abdication in 2019 and her transition to Empress Emerita, the tiara remained part of the imperial collection, representing not only exceptional craftsmanship but also serving as a historical document of Japan's post-war transformation and the imperial family's successful adaptation to modern democratic society. Today, Empress Michiko's Pearl Sunburst Tiara stands as a masterpiece of cultural synthesis, embodying Japan's respect for ancient symbolism while embracing modern aesthetics. Its enduring beauty continues to inspire jewelry enthusiasts and historians alike, representing an era when imperial elegance reached new heights of accessibility and international relevance. The tiara remains carefully preserved as part of Japan's imperial regalia, awaiting future generations who will continue its legacy of refined beauty and cultural significance. The piece's creation for Empress Michiko's growing role in imperial ceremonies marked the beginning of a new chapter in Japanese imperial history, one characterized by greater openness, modern values, and continued respect for tradition. As Japan's first commoner empress, Michiko brought fresh perspectives to the ancient institution while maintaining the dignity and grace expected of her position, qualities perfectly reflected in the timeless beauty of her Pearl Sunburst Tiara. 6. Empress Akishino's Diamond Tiara, an elegant repurposed treasure. Among the lesser-known but equally captivating pieces in Japan's imperial jewelry collection is Princess Kiko's Diamond Fringe Tiara, first documented on Princess Kiko, née Kiko Kawashima, in the late 1990s. This distinctive diamond fringe design represents a fascinating example of imperial jewelry repurposing, possibly transformed from a necklace or older imperial piece, reflecting both practical resourcefulness and evolving aesthetic preferences within the Japanese imperial household. The tiara features a delicate fringe design with graduated diamond elements that cascade across a narrow bandeau framework, creating a shimmering effect reminiscent of Art Deco jewelry from the 1920s and 1930s. The piece's construction suggests high-quality craftsmanship typical of early 20th-century European jewelry, with brilliant cut diamonds set in platinum mounts that have been expertly reconfigured for tiara wear. The fringe elements, likely ranging from small diamond baguettes to larger pear-shaped stones, create a rhythmic pattern that would have been particularly striking under ceremonial lighting. Princess Kiko, born Kawashima Kiko on September 11, 1966, in Tokyo, married Prince Akishino Fumihito on October 29, 1990, becoming the second commoner to marry into the Japanese imperial family in the post-war era. The daughter of Tsunemaki Kawashima, a prominent neurosurgeon, and his wife Hisako, she brought academic excellence to the imperial family, having studied literature at Gakushuin University. Her relatively low-key public profile compared to her sister-in-law Empress Masako may partly explain why this tiara appears less frequently in official documentation and media coverage. The tiara's first documented appearances in the late 1990s coincided with Princess Kiko's increasing participation in formal imperial functions following the births of her children, Princess Meiko, 1991, Princess Keiko, 1994, and Prince Hisahito, 2006. These occasions required appropriate ceremonial attire, including tiaras that would complement the imperial family's evolving jewelry collection. The fringe design, while not as prominently featured as the Chrysanthemum or Scroll Tiaras, offered a sophisticated alternative for more intimate ceremonies and family gatherings. The possibility that this tiara was repurposed from an older imperial piece reflects common practices within royal and imperial households worldwide, where jewelry is frequently redesigned to meet changing fashion preferences and ceremonial requirements. The fringe design itself has historical precedent in European royal jewelry, particularly popular during the 1920s through 1940s, when geometric patterns and linear designs dominated luxury jewelry aesthetics. The transformation of such a piece into a tiara would have required skilled craftsmanship and careful attention to the structural requirements of head jewelry, including proper weight distribution and secure attachment mechanisms. Princess Kiko's relatively infrequent public appearances wearing this tiara may reflect several factors. Her preference for maintaining a lower public profile compared to other imperial women, the tiara's specific suitability for certain types of ceremonies, or simply the practical reality that the imperial collection contains multiple tiaras suitable for different occasions and personal preferences. Documentation of the tiara's appearances shows it worn at smaller-scale imperial functions, including family christenings, private receptions, and cultural events where a more subtle yet elegant headpiece would be appropriate. The fringe design's inherent sophistication makes it particularly suitable for evening wear, complementing the formal gowns typically worn by imperial women at dinner parties and cultural performances. The tiara's construction suggests it contains approximately 100 to 120 carats of diamonds, with the fringe elements graduated in size to create visual harmony and movement. The platinum framework, typical of high-quality jewelry from its likely era of origin, ensures durability while maintaining the lightweight characteristics essential for comfortable extended wear. Today, Princess Kiko's diamond fringe tiara remains part of the imperial collection, representing both the practical traditions of jewelry repurposing and the evolving aesthetic sensibilities of Japan's imperial family. While less frequently worn than the more prominent chrysanthemum or scroll tiaras, it stands as a testament to the careful stewardship of imperial treasures and the family's ability to honor both tradition and innovation. The piece's relatively discreet presence in imperial ceremonies reflects Princess Kiko's own approach to her role, yet substantial, traditional yet modern, embodying the quiet dignity that has characterized her contributions to the imperial household. As the mother of the current heir to the chrysanthemum throne, her tiara represents not merely personal adornment but a connection to Japan's continuing imperial legacy. 7. Princess Chichibu's Pearl Drop Tiara, a graceful symbol of imperial elegance. Among the most refined pieces in Japan's imperial jewelry collection rests Princess Chichibu's Pearl Drop Tiara, an exquisite example of early 20th century jewelry artistry that perfectly embodied the sophisticated aesthetic of the Showa period. The tiara features a delicate diamond framework from which lustrous pearl drops gracefully suspend, creating a flowing design that captures light and movement with exceptional elegance. The piece combines brilliant cut diamonds arranged in intricate Art Deco-inspired patterns with perfectly matched pearls that demonstrate the exceptional quality for which Japanese pearl cultivation became world-renowned. The design's vertical emphasis, with pearl drops ranging from 8 to 12 mm in diameter, creates a sophisticated silhouette that complements the wearer's facial features while maintaining the regal dignity expected of imperial regalia. The pearl drop tiara made its first documented appearances during the late 1920s and 1930s, coinciding with Princess Chichibu's emergence as a prominent figure in Japanese high society and diplomatic circles. Japan's pearl cultivation industry, pioneered by Kokichi Mikimoto in the early 20th century, had revolutionized the global pearl market, making Japanese Akoya pearls highly prized for their exceptional luster and near-perfect roundness. Throughout the 1930s and 1940s, Princess Chichibu wore this tiara at numerous significant events, including imperial weddings, cultural performances, and diplomatic receptions that helped establish Japan's cultural presence on the international stage. The piece's pearl elements particularly suited Japanese aesthetic sensibilities, as pearls have long been associated with purity, wisdom, and feminine grace in Japanese culture, making the tiara especially appropriate for Princess Chichibu's role as a cultural ambassador and patron of the arts. The tiara's design reflects the craftsmanship and aesthetic sensibilities of the Art Deco period, with geometric diamond patterns providing structural support for the gracefully suspended pearls. The piece measures approximately 19 centimeters in width and 8 centimeters in height, with an estimated total diamond weight of 120 carats. The platinum construction, revolutionary for its time, allowed for the delicate openwork design that gives the tiara its ethereal quality while ensuring durability for regular ceremonial use. During World War II, like many imperial treasures, this tiara's public appearances became rare as the imperial family focused on supporting the nation through wartime challenges. Following Princess Chichibu's passing in 1995, the tiara remained within the imperial collection, occasionally worn by subsequent generations of imperial women at formal occasions. Today, Princess Chichibu's pearl drop tiara stands as a masterpiece of cultural synthesis, embodying Japan's respect for traditional pearl appreciation while embracing jewelry artistry. 8. Empress Masako's Scroll Tiara, a modern crown for a new era. The scroll tiara worn by Empress Masako at her wedding to Crown Prince Naruhito on June 9, 1993, represents a bold departure from traditional Japanese imperial jewelry while maintaining the dignity and sophistication expected of the world's oldest monarchy. This modern diamond scroll design, gifted by the Japanese government to then Crown Princess Masako Owada, features a sleeker, more geometric aesthetic that perfectly complemented her background as a Harvard-educated diplomat and her vision for a modern imperial role. The Japanese government's decision to commission this tiara as an official wedding gift reflected the nation's recognition of Masako's unique qualifications and the modernization of the imperial institution. The tiara's geometric scrollwork contains approximately 160 carats of diamonds, arranged in a pattern that suggests both traditional Japanese calligraphy and contemporary architectural elements. June 9, 1993 proved a momentous occasion not only for the imperial household but for Japan itself, as millions watched the ceremony broadcast live on television. Empress Masako wore the tiara with a custom-designed silk gown by Japanese designer Haney Mori, creating an image of modern elegance that resonated with both traditional Japanese values and contemporary international expectations. The tiara's sleek design complemented her sophisticated bearing and academic credentials, establishing her visual identity as a crown princess for the modern age. During the 1990s and 2000s, Empress Masako's appearances wearing this tiara helped establish her reputation as a graceful and intelligent representative of modern Japan. The piece accompanied her through significant historical moments, including the Millennium celebrations, various international expositions, and diplomatic initiatives that showcased Japan's cultural and technological achievements. Following her ascension to the role of Empress in 2019, Masako continued to wear the scroll tiara at major state functions, including the formal enthronement ceremonies and reception events that marked the beginning of Emperor Naruhito's reign. The tiara's modern design proved particularly appropriate for the Reiwa era's emphasis on innovation while maintaining tradition. The tiara's creation for Empress Masako's wedding marked not merely a personal milestone but a significant moment in Japanese imperial evolution, demonstrating the institution's ability to honor tradition while embracing the changing expectations of contemporary society. For centuries, tiaras have symbolized grace, power, and heritage, and nowhere is this more elegantly embodied than in the treasured tiaras of Japan's royal women. Worn by empresses and princesses at coronations, state banquets, and imperial weddings, These exquisite pieces blend European craftsmanship with Japan's own artistic sensibilities, creating a legacy of beauty and tradition. These tiaras weren't merely decorative, each carried profound cultural significance, representing Japan's delicate balance between tradition and modernity during its most transformative decades. Japan's imperial family, the oldest continuous monarchy in the world, has long embraced tradition with quiet elegance. Yet few symbols shine brighter than the tiaras worn by its empresses and princesses. These glittering diadems, reserved for state banquets and imperial ceremonies, tell a story not just of beauty, but of diplomacy, legacy, and artistry. The Meiji Scroll Tiara, for example, crafted in the early 20th century, has crowned generations of royal women and reflects a blend of Western influence and Japanese refinement. We explored the most iconic tiaras of Japan's empresses, from heirlooms passed through dynasties to contemporary creations embodying grace and continuity. Each tiara is a silent witness to history, and through them, we invite you into the jeweled world of Japan's imperial women. In the coming issues, we'll explore specific tiaras, their stories, and how they influence jewelry trends among aristocracy and wealthy families. We'll explore these magnificent tiaras in detail, unveiling the artistry, history, and fascinating women who wore them. A journey fit for royalty awaits.